I am just blown away by the questions that I am receiving. Just keep them coming in. Thank you so much for joining us again for the Ouch Couch. Are you ready to get your ouch? Let's go. This week comes from Houston, Texas. Shout out Houston. The question is, how does stress impact relationships? Well, Houston, Texas, stress impacts a lot of different areas of our lives, but impacting relationships, I think, is one of the main things that happens when we're feeling stressed out, right? We are interacting, whether it be with our spouses, whether it be with our children, even on our jobs, the things that we, do and that we're responsible for can create stress. So, how does it affect our relationships? It affects it greatly if we don't have work-life balance. For example, if you are a person that is, maybe in your position at work, you're a manager, you have a lot of things coming at you, a lot of things that you are responsible for. Maybe you're a physician, maybe you are a high level executive. Whatever position that you're in creates its own stress because there are so many different demands. Now, when we talk about stress, I want to be very clear in saying that there are good stress, or there is good stress, and there is bad stress. So when we talk about how does stress impact your relationships, you want to know the difference. When we talk about good stress, there are certain things that stress helps us to achieve that's good for us. That is getting up in the morning, so motivating us to get out of bed, get to work, do the things that we need to do. Those are things that help propel us. So that is in and of itself good, right? Now, when we talk about bad stress or chronic stress, if we're not balancing the things that we are responsible for throughout our daily lives, that's where it can be more chronic. And when you talk about chronic stress, that is how it affects your relationships. If you're not taking care of yourself by sleeping, getting the sleep that you need because you're working, a lot of hours, getting the sleep that you need because you're up late, doing whatever it is that you're doing, not prioritizing your self-care, then that affects your relationships. When we don't get the sleep that we need, it definitely affects our mood, right? Making us more irritable. And so if we're more irritable and moody, that's going to affect our relationship. That you're getting your children ready for school or whatever you have to do within your home, getting to work on time, causing even more anxiety, like, oh my God, I'm going to be late. All of those things, it's compounded. So we want to make sure that we have work-life balance, taking care of ourselves, having the self-care routine that we need daily so that we can show up and do and meet the demands that we have in our lives. We know that those things that are on our jobs that we're responsible for, they're not going to go away. But how can we look at our demands in our daily life to be able to prioritize what's going to be important and what I can put off until, later on, maybe further in the week? What can I delegate if I'm working with a team? So those are some of the things that you need to really ask yourself in how you are managing your stress. Are you getting the proper rest? And my biggest thing is, as you're getting the rest that you need, what else are you putting in your routine? Are you so busy and so focused on giving out to other people, making sure that your deadlines are getting met, making sure that you are making your company look wonderful, but in the end, you are the one that's depleted? How often are you taking time for yourself to go on vacation? Maybe taking a mental health day is what I call it, which is very, very wonderful for you. Let me just say that. Taking a day so that you can do absolutely nothing but recharge yourself. How are you recharging and replenishing the things that you're doing on a day-to-day basis? If you're not doing those things, then you definitely can lead to burnout. You definitely can be that person that's irritable and that's snapping at everybody that nobody wants to be around. So I encourage you today as you're listening and getting your ouch, that you really need to develop a self-care routine. And if you don't know how to do that, how to go about that, it looks different for everybody. What works for one person is not necessarily going to work for you. Now, I know there's a lot of different information out there for you that you can exercise. There's different, books and whatever that is, but you need to take the time to take the step back and say, what is it that really relaxes me? Is it listening to music? Is it going off and just taking a nice long bubble bath? Is it just being left alone so that you can rest and just relax in your own thoughts? Whatever that is for you, that's your self-care routine, and that's what you need to be doing on a daily basis. So, hope you got your ouch on today. Next week, I'm so excited. We'll be going deeper into our questions, and keep them coming. Again, if you want to get your ouch, message me or email me at info@polyclinicalservices.com. See you next time. Thank you for tuning in to the Ouch Couch. Each week, we're going to be bringing you the truth, telling you the real deal. What I want you to do is, if you are in a situation where you really just need an answer, you really need somebody to hear and understand where you're coming from, but you don't want to be blasted out. Maybe you don't want to, show your face. You don't want to get on the phone. I understand all of that. Each of us are at different phases in our lives, and the Ouch Couch is just there to help you in moving from your point A to point B. And if I can be a resource to that, I am definitely here for you. So, to connect with me, if you want to send your questions in, again, you can direct message me through Facebook, Instagram, you can direct message me, or you can email me at info@polyclinicalservices.com. And each week, as we continue to record our sessions, you'll get your ouch. Again, that email is info@polyclinicalservices.com. See you next week.